Krige has returned to Star Trek as the Borg Queen before several times over the years, including appearing in the Star Trek video game Armada 2 and the Star Trek Voyager in 2001. Since her debut as the character, the role of the Borg Queen has also been played by Susanna Thompson and most recently on Picard by Annie Wersching. But how would she feel about a return opposite Sir Patrick? "I've not spoken to them, so I'm not sure whether I am or not," she said. The news is likely to sadden fans who may have hoped for her return, with most of the original cast of Star Trek: The Next Generation making a comeback for the third and final season of Picard. Nonetheless, Krige recently revisited the franchise, reprising her role as a spoof of the Borg Queen in the animated series Lower Decks. The actress revealed how she recorded her voice parts for Lower Decks in a closed cupboard during lockdown. She said of going back to the Borg Queen, "Well, it was very odd because they wanted me to take the pee out it. It wasn't meant to be seriously the Borg Queen. It was a very sly, tongue-in-cheek take on the whole thing, really. It was sly and just slightly satirical and amused, really. So it was a completely different reading of the character, but it was different and it was fun and a challenge. We did it during lockdown and I was in a cupboard with a mic." Krige went on to say, "But it's perfect soundproofing for a sound studio, it's all fabric." Adding, "So I did Lower Decks inside my cupboard with a mic and it was fun." Krige reflected about the sustained appeal of Star Trek, saying the script writing was very interesting and the franchise deal in ideas which interested people. Speaking about why the Borg Queen continued to compel Star Trek fans, she said, "The character is very interesting. I'm not sure they understood how much of an archetype they'd written, quite how iconic the character would become. Maybe they knew? I don't know. But she certainly became an enigma that it seems to be me. People come up to me to talk about the character, and onto which people project their fears. She is a character that seems to hold people's deepest anxieties, and the fact that she was both horrifying but somehow compelling at the same time is enormously disconcerting to people. They don't quite know how to do about it." Krige continued, "I think the character was very disquieting, and for some people it's about sexuality, for some people it's about mechanization, for other people it's about AI. Everyone seems to interpret who she was or what she represented in a slightly different way, but it's never comfortable." Krige has gone on to star in many films and television programs over the years, counting credits in the cult Netflix hit The Oa, Thor, The Dark World, Amazon Prime Video's Carnival Row, and The Alienist. She will next be starring in the movie She Will, a supernatural thriller which also stars Malcolm McDowell, and see her portraying Veronica, an aged actress recovering from a double mastectomy at a rehabilitation clinic at the insistence of her insurance company. While Veronica is convalescing, she confronts past trauma and abuse at the hands of a director on one of the first movies and rights the wrongs inflicted upon her through her subconscious. Veronica also forms a close friendship with her nurse Desi, Kota Eberhardt, as both women find strength to overcome the pain from their past. The remote setting in the Scottish Highlands also has a part to play. Veronica is recovering at the home of the last two women in the country to be burnt at the stake as a witch. Krige said, "Women were being burnt left, right and centre for being witches, and Scotland burned more than any other country. The presence of these two women and all the burned women enter into the storyline and become the driving force in the storyline. But there's another element to this story that fascinated me, was this sense of a cosmic whole." She added of starring in She Will, "There was so much to be intrigued by and to explore. I was overjoyed to be offered it." She Will be released in cinemas on July 15.